Super Soul Sisters, we're back again this evening, and with me is Leticia Nachiaga, who was a Miss Uganda contestant. Now, things like this give me joy because we get to talk about a number of things. We get to see how much our young girls get to learn in situations like this, and of course, showing you young girls who are Super Soul Sisters. It means they're not sitting back at home and relaxing. It means they're taking their time off to try things out. They're taking their time off to identify and find themselves. Now, quite often we have a lot of perceptions about things, but this is meant to show you that no matter what direction you take, we're all trying to aim for one final destination. Now, my name is Rowena Kajumba. Leticia, you're very welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, and I see you're very, well put together, very calm, very collected, as a lady should be. But we were talking earlier on, and you're only 23 years of age.
Yeah, I'm 23.
Yeah, most people would think, I still have time. I think I can always sit and figure out what to do. But first of all, who is Leticia? In this case, I'm asking, who are you born to, and things like that.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, Leticia Nachiaga is a 23-year-old girl.
Yes.
My dad is Mr. Patrick Muliro, and my mom is Miss Nasuna Margaret.
Okay.
Yes.
So where were you born though, and is it the same space in which you've grown up?
Yeah, it's the same space, Nansana.
Nansana. You were born in Nansana?
Yeah.
Yes. And you've your whole life you've been brought up there?
I've been in Nansana my whole life.
Yes. So do you remember anything about your childhood in particular, being young? You have siblings?
I do. I have siblings,
How
6
many
of them.
Wow. Please don't tell. Are you the youngest?
No, I'm the firstborn of my mom and dad. Yes.
Nice. That responsibility in itself. Tell us about being a firstborn child.
Being a firstborn, it's a bit challenging because you have to do things for your younger siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah, preparing them for school, things like that. It's a lot of work.
Yes. And you're all girls or you have boys as well?
No, we have 3 boys and we're 4 girls.
You're 4 girls?
Yeah, that's 7.
So, being the firstborn, you must have got all the attention.
No, really?
You're thinking about the part where you have to take care of your siblings and everything. But what in particular do you remember when you were a child growing up?
When I was a child, I was very reserved and shy.
I think we see that. You're still the same?
Yeah.
You're still the same?
But at least now, I'm a bit outgoing, but as a very shy girl, and even, standing out of the crowd and take up spaces was hard for me.
Yes.
So.
You always said, no, I'll stay in the back here.
Yeah, so quiet girl in the corner.
That I'm not visible. Okay, so what schools did you go to?
I went to Nakasero Primary School for my primary. I joined Rubaga Girls School from senior 1 to 3. For my senior 4, I went to St. Augustine's College, Rachiso. And from senior 5 to 6, I went to Makerere College School, then Makerere University.
Anything particular about this, the years in school that you remember? It depends. It could be from primary school or secondary school. Something that you feel up to today when you look back, makes you think about so many things.
Yes. So yes.
Yeah.
When I joined Rubaga Girls, actually I wanted to join Trinity College Nabingo.
Okay.
But for some reasons, I didn't join.
Yeah.
So my mom comes back with a magazine from Rubaga Girls School, and they do have Miss Interact, Miss Rubaga.
Yes.
So when I landed on that page, I was like, this is the school for me. Yes.
The moment you saw the
moment I saw the Miss Interact thing, I was like, this is the school for me.
Okay.
So when I joined in senior 1, I remember we had Miss Rubaga on 8th March. We were newcomers, Form 1s, So
they crowned immediately. Senior 1,
no, I didn't contest that year because we weren't allowed by then.
Oh, but you enjoyed the whole...
Yes, I did. I enjoyed. And when they crowned Miss Rubaga, I remember in my heart I was like, God, please. One day, let me contest for this pageant and let me either win Miss Interact or Miss Rubaga. So in my Form 2, I auditioned, but for some reasons, my parents are not like super supportive of those things. They have to be in school education.
They're the traditional, you should be doing this.
If it's school, it's supposed to be school.
Yeah.
So I auditioned for the Miss Interact pageant, but I didn't get the support from home. I didn't have clothes and stuff, so I had to, tap out. So in my Form 3, I'd made some friends in Form 4, Form 6, because, you know, they have prom and what?
Yes.
So yeah, when I went for Miss Rubaga again, I have like clothes and stuff. I had
Someone
friends who
was
could
there to
help me
help
out.
you. Yes.
Yeah, so I went for the pageant. This time I just went to have fun because, you know, Rubaga has beautiful girls.
Yeah.
I didn't put like my heart, oh, I have to win this because
You went because you wanted.
yeah,
to.
because
This is
I
something
wanted
you'd love
to
do,
enjoy the
yes.
experience and stuff. And of course, God's grace,
Indeed.
I became Miss Rubaga Girls. I won the pageant. Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
when
And
I
which year
did
was
that,
this? Which class was this?
2015, Form 3. That was Form 3.
Oh, you, senior one, you're like, it's okay, I'm going to enjoy
No,
the whole
senior one, you
experience.
weren't allowed by
Senior
then.
two, when you get out, you're like,
didn't
I
have
think I
the
have a chance
support.
again.
Yeah. So Form 3, because, you know, Form 4, you're not allowed to contest. I was like, I have to do this year.
Yes.
So I remember that year the reigning Miss Uganda was Nachiaga Zahara.
Yes.
And I was like the Miss Rubaga Girls. So in my heart I was like, okay, this is a call for me to go for Miss Uganda. Yeah, so from then I picked up interest in contesting Miss Uganda. So yeah, that's how.
So I can see from earlier on, this is something, it's the reason you went to the school anyway. But your parents, you said, were quite the strict or traditional type. You know, if you go to school, focus on school. Don't tell us about these things. I hear you want to do this or pageantry. So what were you leaned into in regards to your subjects? Usually, I would assume you're a very artistic person or creative person by nature. So what were you leaned into in school in terms of your subjects and things you loved and enjoyed?
I loved art, but because of the assignments, you know, when you're doing art, you have like six assignments in like a week, so I had to drop it because of that. Though I love creating and all that, so I ended up doing history, you know, computer. Because actually I did the computer thing just because you used to go to the computer lab, you get access to the internet, not because I liked the subject. Yes.
Plus, then, I think it's now normal really to go to for your computer. But then. Anything in particular that you had friends, I would assume, obviously. Were your friends like you, or were the type that pulled you out of the shell so that you can be out there? Because I was the type of friend who did that to very quiet friends. I'd always pull them out of their shell so that they could be more out there. Are those the type of friends you had?
My friends, okay, I'm a kind of person that's like 3 close friends, 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
you keep your circles tight knit.
Yes.
Okay.
And my friends are always like me, like reserved.
They are like you. How do you guys like how?
I don't know. It just happens. It just happens.
But amongst yourselves, you open up.
Yeah, sure, we do. Yes, but in public, no, I don't know.
Now, being the firstborn, being a girl, your parents obviously are going to be strict on certain things and certain issues. How did they take it when you finally went for? You said Miss Interact or Miss Rubaga?
It's the same pageant.
Oh, it's the same pageant.
Yes.
Okay. So so the winner is the Miss Rubaga, and then you have the Miss Interact and.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
so how did they take it?
They didn't know about it until VD.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually my mom. Okay, my mom, she was happy, but I called my dad and I told him, I don't know what his reaction was, but I was like, oh, okay. So how did you perform? I don't know, but my mom was, you know, she was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, but,
oh my goodness. But you know, it happens most of the time.
Of course,
Parents are like, you've gone for books, you need to go for books. But at least you enjoyed your time in school.
I had to.
You enjoyed your time in school. Now, you said after Rubaga, you went to...
St. Augustine's College, so for my senior 4.
Okay. What was that like? Because it is a year later now, you moved to...
It was challenging. From a single school to a mixed school. Yeah, it was just 1 year, but I thank God I left the school.
Really? You didn't like the experience?
Yeah, I did not.
Well, because it was mixed. And
it was a mixed school and,
most people would say mixed schools are good.
Okay, they
or maybe
are, but
because you're shy
it was a new
girl,
environment for me. Literally sit in class facing this side. Okay, I was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, but in primary, were you in single?
I was in a mixed school, primary.
School. Okay. I understand if you're used to the single school, you're free, you're relaxed, there's no pressures. and then after you go to a mixed school, and it's your
Yes.
senior four.
Yes, it was really challenging for me.
Okay. Then you leave your title behind.
I did. I didn't even get the chance to hand over.
You didn't even get the chance
No,
to enjoy it. Oh
I
my
did
goodness.
not.
So when you go to St. Augustine, it's different. It's a mixed school.
Mixed school.
Is it much more strict here than?
Kinda. Yeah, they used to beat a lot. Yes. Oh, they were so strict.
Wait, schools still beat kids? Like,
Some
I thought those
schools
things
do.
ended with
Some
some of us.
schools do. Some schools.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And then your parents must have been the most happiest.
No, no, no,
Could-
no, no.
yeah.
Actually, my dad always wanted me to be in single-sex schools, like traditional schools, na Bingo, na Visunsa, yeah.
So from St. Augustine, you went to
Makerere College School.
Makerere College.
Yes.
Oh, nice. You must have been
I
like,
joined,
yes.
it was my prayer, it was an answered prayer actually,
Yeah.
because I prayed for it. So I joined Marcos. Hey, it's not what I expected.
Yeah.
There were classes and levels. It depends on your former school. If you're
Yes.
from Gizana, Visunsa, of course you're a cool kid and stuff.
Yes.
So if you're from a local school,
Yeah.
you don't say anything.
So when you get there, when you got there, there's some bit of class
Yeah,
discrimination.
yes, a lot.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
And at this point, you're a teenager.
Yeah, but I really
Figuring
didn't.
It didn't move you.
I know it did not, because I'm not the kind of person who's going to go and oh my God, let's be no. It's just in my corner having.
Yeah, you're just in your corner. I think you're in a safe space. I like that. You being in a safe space. Now, having the responsibility still of a firstborn now, here you are.
Yeah.
You're now in A level. I'm pretty sure your siblings are seeing you as a role
Yes.
model. It always happens, and that's how it should be. How do you think your personality has sort of like influenced, you know,
My younger
their
siblings.
lives, your young siblings?
Oh, okay. I'm one of those when I want something, I'll let everyone around me know.
Okay.
So I've always told them I want to go for Miss Uganda, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Yeah.
So at least they've seen that I work towards achieving what I want.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe
you pushed
so.
for it. I figured. I mean, you tried one time. You said, you know what, I'm
Yeah.
going to do it again.
Yes.
Even though you didn't stay to enjoy it.
Yeah. So at least they know that you have to work hard for whatever you want to become in life.
I see that determination.
Yeah.
That's nice. So what were you doing? Your combination in A level?
I did history, economics, and divinity.
History, economics, divinity.
Yes.
And that's it. That's
And sub-math.
And sub-math.
Stroke sub-math,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys doing sub-math and things like that. How was that like for you?
History is my favorite.
It's your favorite.
Yeah, and then div is not hard, Christianity. Econ is hard.
But well, what are you going to play it with?
But I
You're
ended
not
up
regretting it now, are
I'm
you?
not really, because I ended up doing business administration and it aligns with that.
Exactly, exactly. And at this point, when you go to Makerere College, did you continue to try and aspire or push
no.
for pageantry and things? Oh, you said, you know what?
Actually,
okay.
they didn't have the Miss Marcos thing. Okay, they did, but they just appoint. So when I went to Makerere
It was more like
College,
for appointing or elections?
yes. So when I went to Marcos, I had my OJs from Rubaga there, so they knew about the Miss Rubaga thing, and I still them have to go for Miss Uganda. So people used to call me Miss Uganda 2020, Miss Uganda 2020.
Oh, while at school?
Yes, well, let's go.
Oh, that's nice.
So in senior 5, we have, it's called TOC, where they get to choose Miss Marcos and Miss whatever. So we didn't have it that year, it was cancelled. So in my senior 6, they were like, no, you guys can't live without you having the Miss Marcos and Face of Marcos.
Yeah.
So I was in the crowd out of nowhere, and we had, our head boy was the lead of the entertainment club or something. So he told me I should participate in the Miss Marcos thing. I was like, no, because Marcos is full of levels.
Like you say,
it won't be
sort of,
fair.
you're like, no, I'm not going to. Yeah.
So then he told me, no, you should come. So yeah, I went, and out of nowhere, I was announced the Miss Marcos that year. But it's not like a big deal in Makerere College, because they don't go through the training and then you have to answer questions. No,
but it's a big deal on your life. You just didn't wake up and say, because I've finished school and I'm free.
Yeah.
It's something you always thought of doing.
Yes.
And you continued to participate and push yourself.
Yeah.
As a young girl, as a teenager at the time, what did it feel like wanting this kind of lifestyle? Did you feel any pressures? Were you discouraged along the way, or did you feel like people didn't fully understand or they underestimated your dream or your goal?
Okay, I really don't care about the people part. But
I love
then,
that.
as a pageant girl, I always did a lot of research.
Yeah.
And you find that those girls, Miss Universe, Miss
Yeah.
South Africa, they have the height, you know?
Yes.
And I'm one of them.
And you're like her. So basically, you are critiquing yourself. You don't care about
at
other
some
people's
point,
criticism.
though, it didn't stop me.
Okay.
Because I was like, if it's mine, it's going to be mine. You know,
Yeah.
the crown never lands on the wrong person.
I
so.
can imagine. That's
Yeah,
a good thing.
but of course, at some point in life, you're like, let me just chill. I won't make it.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So then you went to university where? Makerere?
Makerere University.
Okay. And you said you did business.
Business administration.
Business admin. That's you totally taking another turn in things. How was campus like?
Our campus was, okay, I should say normal on my side.
On your side,
Because I was
yes.
coming from home, I didn't go to hostel and stuff. So it's not like I used to party at night or what, no. School,
In
then
my day,
home.
would be so excited that we're going to university. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God, we're going to be free.
Yeah.
And then you get there and you're not so free anyway.
You know, but I think
yeah.
if you're in hostel, you have your time.
Yeah.
When I was supposed to go back home, like my parents know the time my lectures are done.
Yes.
So yeah, there is
Oh
no
wait,
way.
you were coming from
From home, yeah.
to class
Yes,
and then had to
every
go straight
day.
home because your parents
Yes.
knew. Wow. You were being
Firstborn
monitored.
duties.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You need to take care of your siblings, you need to take care of the home,
Yes.
basically you're a co-parent in some sense.
Yeah, my dad was like, there is no reason for me to be in hostel because Nance and I, the
Yeah.
distance. So I didn't get like a lot of.
Let me ask, are your parents strict?
My dad.
Your dad?
Very strict.
Your dad.
On
I mean, you're his
education.
little girl. Why not? You're his little girl. Why not? You know?
No, I'm not.
So in Makerere, you didn't participate in anything
No,
of that sort?
not really. I was
Anything
waiting on
else?
Miss Uganda, but they kept postponing.
Anything else? Someone surprised me. They said they were doing sports one time.
No, I didn't.
Like, okay. So you focused on your academics.
Yeah.
You didn't do all these extra things.
Not even Rotaract.
It was school back home.
Yeah, school home.
back home. So basically, they even knew your hours. You come about an hour late. They're like, what happened?
Because I remember when I had joined in my first semester, first year, my dad asked for my timetable.
You're kidding.
He did. So
As for the timetable, he said, okay, so I'll know what class you're in at what time.
yeah.
That's good. That's interesting. No, I mean, it's interesting to hear that we still have parents that take time, you know. I know for you it felt like, these guys,
Yeah,
I'm grown
somehow,
now.
but
and
it's a
things.
blessing. Yeah.
Yes, it is. So after university, because now we all know now,
Yeah.
you've told me, you decided to go for this after school.
After school.
When did you graduate?
In Feb.
In Feb.
This year.
Oh, so you applied even before
Yes,
the day
before.
of graduation?
Actually, my graduation was tomorrow, and today we're having boot camp. So I had to, juggle things.
Wow, that's
I didn't even get time to do the photo shoot and all those things because I was on pressure.
This time, did you ask your parents or anyone?
My mom.
Your mom. She's the one
Yeah.
you easily go to and talk to her, and she understands. So you went and had this discussion with her, and she seemed
Like she
supportive.
knew, she knew it from back
By now,
then
she
that-
knows you. By now.
So when the Miss Uganda, actually I wasn't at home when Miss Brenda Nanyonjo, the CEO for Miss Uganda, was advertising. So my mom recorded for me. I wasn't at home. She recorded for me. I remember it was on. So she recorded for me and she's like, guess what? Miss Uganda is back. So she showed me the video of Mama calling for applications and stuff.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
yeah.
She was like, my girl must go for this. She's just...
Yeah, because I've always wanted it.
So what was that like for you at that point? What was going through your mind when you come back home and your mom tells you, hey, there's this, they're calling for...
They're calling for
queens, for people to participate, and then you sit down and you're like, okay.
Yeah, of course.
The
I
thought
felt
of all these beautiful, smart, intelligent
Yeah.
girls out there, of course you are as well. But quite often when you think about it being a bigger stage, the whole country is watching. What was going
but
through your mind?
before Miss Uganda, I did Miss Tourism, so it's kind of shaped me and yeah, it.
When
helped
did you
me
do Miss
out.
Tourism?
2021, 2022. I'm not sure of the
While
year.
at campus?
But I ended on the kingdom level. I didn't go for the nationals.
Okay.
It was in lockdown actually. School was. Yeah.
While at university?
Yeah, while at uni.
University, okay. So you knew the feeling already. You knew how it would play out. You're mentally
Yes,
prepared.
I was prepared.
I love that. So then you go and apply?
Yeah, I first auditioned from Masaka because you go to Masaka, if you get the Miss Uganda Central, it's an assured spot on the finalists.
Oh.
You don't have to come back for auditions and stuff. So yeah, it was my first time in Masaka. I didn't even know anyone there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I took the bus, I went to Masaka and I auditioned. Yeah, I didn't get the crown. I became second runner-up, Miss Uganda Central. So I had to come back again for Kampala auditions.
Oh, you
Yes.
auditioned.
I re-auditioned.
That's interesting. That is you not being. That is you saying, I will not give up.
Yeah, okay. I really
that.
didn't
I
want
love
to.
that.
At least the competition would have talked. Like, it had to put me out, but not me being like, no, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had to put me out.
So when that happens, when you come second runner-up in Masaka, you come to Kampala.
Yeah, if you want, if you still want.
If you still want, they give that opportunity.
Yes, they do.
Oh wow, that's good.
If you still want, you come back.
So when you come to Kampala, you audition as well.
I auditioned, okay.
And that went well for you.
It worked for me. I made it to the top 30 finalists. Then we had another challenge because they needed 21 or 22 girls. We kept on having challenges and stuff.
Oh, so that way they cut off people and cut off people. Oh my goodness. How did you deal with that pressure?
Okay, I just kept telling myself, if it's mine, if I'm meant to be among the finalists, I'll be. If I'm not, then it's God's will. I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, because I was among the short girls and...
that was what was your biggest insecurity?
Yeah, it
You're like,
was.
You know what, I'm not as tall as the rest of them.
I thought I was tall, but when I went for Miss Uganda...
You found girls who could be walking the walkways. Yes.
They have the presence, yeah. They have the queen look.
Yeah.
So...
That's interesting.
But I kept trying.
Yeah. So I've had so many girls, and when you talk about that, I've had so many girls say, for me this was because I've always wanted to be a model, or I've always wanted to, any kind of model in that case.
Yeah, sure.
Is that something for you as well that inspires you to go into pageantry, as your preparation to get into?
It was part of the reason.
It was part of the reason.
Yes. At some point in my life, I wanted to be a model. I used to like Amitola Gom Stacy. I don't know if you know her.
Yes.
Yeah, but then, I used to do a lot of research. So I found out that fashion runway models, you have to be tall. I mean, it's a must.
No, these days you can
Yeah,
be,
these days, of course.
It's more diverse.
But most of them are like tall and they have that skin complete, they have dark and...
Yeah.
And I'm not that, so I had to go for
you felt
the
like
pageant part of it.
But by the way, you can also be a model for so many other things. You may not do the catwalk.
Yes, I know.
But you can do for so many other things. So I know you're not one to give up. So
yes,
you can
but
still be a model.
by then I
or
didn't
a face model or whatever.
Yeah, but right now I don't think I would.
You've changed your mind.
Yeah. Before I didn't know the difference between pageants and fashion
and
modeling
yes.
and stuff.
And you don't want to get into the fashion.
So right now, fashion is not something the runway modeling is not something.
So if someone walked to you, even if it's just like for photo shoots, not necessarily runways, would you go for something like that? To
depend. If I'm going to get paid, yeah, for the money, yes. But just for fun, it would depend on my mood. Because I'm really not interested right now in modeling and
fashion.
Maybe pageants.
Yeah.
But
pageants, yeah. Okay, so you were in the top 30.
Yes, top 30.
And then they needed 21.
21, yes.
And that's like, what, 9 people off? And at that point, I can imagine the pressure. And you say, if it's mine, it will be mine. Yeah. And then you go through the top 21.
I did.
That must have been exciting.
Yeah, because my mom told me, even if you don't get the crown, even if you just make it to the finalists, because, it's going to be written down that you contested for Miss Uganda that year.
Yes.
Yeah,
and that's something that you can say, I actually did. I dared myself. Yes. And then the whole journey for you, the experience, what was that
boot camp. Oh, we went for boot camp. But like I said, I'm not the kind of person who has like 10 friends, but I have like 2 close friends and stuff.
Yeah.
So we go for boot camp. We're all girls. Like I've been to a boarding school, but this was a bit different because you all have, you want the crown and stuff.
You're in competition.
Yeah,
so basically
it's a competition. It was a bit challenging, and because some girls are pretending, faking personalities, and
obviously.
And I was contestant number 1. Miss Uganda, they give you numbers according to height.
Yeah.
So I'm like, looking, I've been watching their videos and stuff. Huh? No contestant number 1 has ever won.
That discouraged you.
It did, yeah, when I was in boot camp. But then I was just being grateful to God and thankful because there are so many girls that got chopped.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was able to make it to the finals. So, and by
To
the
the
time
finale,
you make
yes.
it, you are good enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just had fun.
What did you pick from that experience? What did you learn from it?
Yeah, I've learned to live in the moment.
And live in the moment,
Yeah.
yes? Because, yeah, that's true.
Because they used to give us assignments, and sometimes you'd find yourself on pressure,
What kind of assignments? Because I'm curious. When I hear the word boot camp, I go into,
Yeah. Yeah, we had challenges, sports challenge, the top model, so you have to make sure your catwalk is on point. Yeah, they used to give us essay writing, things like
Really?
that. Yes.
So basically, they were testing all your skills.
All of them.
Okay,
Yes.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So you come out a better person, you come out more knowledgeable,
yes, you do.
come out,
Yeah.
regardless of what happens in the end.
Regardless of what happens.
So I must say, well done.
Thank you.
Yes, well done. I like the
Thank you.
spirit. When you say, yeah, it's okay if I didn't, take the crown.
Yeah, but I got a post, so
Yes.
it's also fine.
It's a what is that you got?
Miss Uganda Multimedia Queen. It's a new post.
Multimedia
Yes.
Queen. No wonder we're talking about social media. And what do you feel about? How do you feel about that? Because personally, I'm afraid of social media. I am afraid of social media. I'm on there, but I'm not participating.
Yeah.
I'm not active.
I get.
But I want to know things as well, But I know it can make you, it can break you. How are you dealing with that part?
Okay, you have to, keep your privacy and stuff, so you don't have to post each and everything.
Yeah.
Then you have to care about your mental health.
Mental health, yes.
And you know how people throw shady comments and stuff, so you can choose to turn them off when you post. You can choose the people who are supposed to, inbox you, not everyone. You can change your privacy to whatever you want.
Yes, but you must be having a good time.
Yeah.
It's the era.
It is.
It is the era.
It
It is
is.
the era of social media.
Yeah.
Now, what are you looking at ahead of you? Where do you see yourself as Leticia in the next few years? Do you still want to do pageantries, or you're looking at? Are you? You did business at me.
Yes.
Are you seeking to get into mainstream, workspace of,
Okay, right now I've realized that business is not my thing. I did a course because it's what I was given and it's what my parents, Yeah, I want to go back to school and do something in cosmetology. Yeah,
Okay.
something I'm passionate about.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Cosmetology, makeup. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
It's good to know what you want at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And perfect it. So I must say, I wish you the best of luck. And that cosmetology could be very useful, considering
you have social media.
You have your social networks in pageantry.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking you could. So I think I do wish you the very best.
Thank
I know
you.
it's going to turn out as you wish because you're a fighter. Guys, Leticia is a fighter. She's very calm and chill and relaxed, but she knows what she wants. Now, that's the spirit we need. Sometimes things don't work out the way you want them to, because guess what? That's what we're all doing on this earth. We're all having goals and dreams. So it's multiple of us having same dreams, same goals. So it is, at some point, if I don't get it and someone else gets it, my time will come. I'm going to come around it in a different way, or this is how I'll be able to put in my work in terms of participation and contribution. So quite often we lose hope. Quite often we feel too overwhelmed by the pressures. Quite often we criticize ourselves. Like she said, she criticized herself from point on. But I love that she said she does not really take at heart what other people think, because let's be honest, you can't please everyone. Yes, everyone has something to say. But if you critique yourself but still get yourself up, of course, when people give you constructive criticism, it's also okay. Thank you, Leticia. I do wish you the very best.
Thank you.
And congratulations to being among the top queens. I love
Thank
to
you.
call you queens because
Yeah.
there's a number of things that they look out for, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Now, people need to learn, and we keep bringing this up because this line of work, quite often people think, it's just pageantry. What do you have to say to people on that?
It's not just pageantry, you know, it takes a heart of service, commitment, and you have to be willing to learn. Yeah, and it takes brains, of course. Yeah, you need to be someone who can think very fast. It's not just all fancy and what, no, it's not.
People need to know that. They need to take it more seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, but well done and congratulations.
Thank you.
And of course, multimedia is wide and huge, and I'm sure you're picking and learning a lot of things.
Yes, I am.
In the process. Yes, I wish you the very best, and you will definitely do what you want to do in the future. You still have time. It's only 23. But she never gives up. I love the spirit of not giving up, eh? So many times, ask many of us. You sort of sit down and say, I don't think I want to do this. So, but where do you probably, as Leticia, see yourself in the next 5
In the next 5 years? Oh, of course, done with my bachelor's in cosmetology. Yeah, if I get a chance, I want to study from abroad. Yeah, you know, to get more exposure and experience. Yeah, I also want, of course, a family. I'm a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is very true. 5 years is within the time, yes.
No, I'm just ready to embrace what God has in stock for me, so...
And keep fighting.
Yeah,
keep your fighting spirit. I love that.
Okay.
And of course, regardless of what happens in life, regardless of some of the challenges you get in life, I know the field you're in is very challenging. Now, as a young girl, you hang in there. It takes zeal, and I know it does. But well done. Now, of course, we have so many of Leticia's friends. We have 2 more. We're going to sit and discuss because we can't exhaust everything. Everyone has a way they look at, you know, what the path they choose to take. That's why we bring your Super Soul sisters here with you, because then we can discuss and learn and know. It could be different field from what you do in life, but you pick something. She did not give up. You know, quite often opportunities come at us, maybe 2 at a time, 3 at a time, and then you're still on that journey and you eventually find your place and your way. Never give up. Quick reminder, Daughters Exclusive gives us this amazing space, and we shall be right back. Do not go away. And we're back. A quick reminder, we're brought to you by, we're giving this space by Daughters Exclusive. They're giving us the amazing space to use here on Super Soul Sisters. And my second Super Soul sister here is also a queen, and she's Jovia Rianne-Super, who is the Miss Beach Beauty, right?
Yeah.
You must have a beautiful body. Miss Beach Beauty. Now, these are all new in the Miss Uganda, I would assume, because I've not heard of these titles.
Not really, it's not new.
It's
The
not
title has been like on since 10 years back. I think since the pageant.
Really?
Yeah. It's a beach,
it's now that, okay, well, I'm learning.
yeah,
I'm glad
it's
that
a
I'm
beach
learning.
challenge. So you put on bikinis and
Yes.
then like you know, you live the beach life.
You live the beach life.
Yeah,
That's
and then
interesting.
the
And you must have slayed.
Not really, actually. I didn't even have a swimsuit that day.
You're kidding?
Yeah, I did know. Like, I didn't think I would win, like, among everything, not the beach
I can
beauty.
imagine, yes.
Everyone knew I would win the Miss Talent
Yes.
because I really wanted that. I looked forward to it. So when Beach Beauty came in, I'm like, let me just have fun at the beach.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like, it's a beach, so have fun.
Have fun,
So
yes.
I came with my swimsuit. You know, I'm dark skinned. I bought some maroon swimsuit. So Miss Brenda was like, no, I don't like that one. Which means I had to go online, look for something. Like, I wanted to order something and I failed. So I was like, you know what? I'm not smart.
Yeah.
Let me just have fun. I was shocked winning this title. Like,
Wow.
very shocked. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because to me, I believe like I wasn't that smart. Yeah.
You see, things can surprise you.
Yeah.
You see? So, who are you born to?
I'm born to Mr. Bukenya John and Miss Nampewo Justin. Yeah.
Okay. Where exactly were you born?
Mitiana district.
Mitiana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Born
And
in
you
Mitiana.
grew up there?
Not really. I grew up from Kampala, born and raised in
Born
Kampala.
and raised in Kampala.
But my roots are
Is
in Mityana
Mityana.
district.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kampala, where exactly?
Mutundwe.
Mutundwe. Okay.
Yeah.
So
we've been moving.
Yeah.
So it's a bit.
I can imagine moving. So you moved from within Kampala,
Zambia,
though?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, from Zambia to Mutundwe, currently in Joma Nalumunya. Yeah.
Where did you go to primary school?
I went to one school. Yeah, I went to Destiny Boarding Primary School. I went to Destiny Eagle Secondary School. Like for my O and A level, I've been in one school.
In one school?
Yeah, I had sponsors.
You break the record.
Yeah.
You break the record because most people will be like, oh, after primary, maybe we move to here, maybe. And
no, this kind of school is it's a Christian founded school.
Yes.
Yeah, of the late Bishop John Michael Mugera. So we had sponsors. Like I had like 2 families sponsoring me, and yeah, you wouldn't leave that offer to go and pay tuition somewhere else. Yeah.
Yes,
so I stuck to one school and it was good. Like I have the Christian foundation in me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I grew up knowing God and all that. So I believe it's reason why I'm who I am right now.
That's true. And what were you like, growing up? Were you? You're definitely not the quiet one, but what was it like growing up? Do you have siblings?
Actually,
by the way?
yeah, I do. I'm the only girl among 5 boys.
Whoa.
Yeah,
so you had to fight your way through.
Yeah, and I've grown up like around a lot of love, like from my mom, from my brothers, from everyone. So I know what it feels like to be loved. And I used to be shy, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, very shy and reserved and quiet.
Yeah.
Like that was via primary and all that. Like I'm not the kind of kid who would want to like interact with kids. Like I used to be a serious girl.
Space.
Yeah.
Okay, that's surprising.
Things changed when I grew older. But I used to be so like principled and quiet. Like I want like I feel like Tons Jacomulamwa, you get that Tons Jacomulamwa kind of kid.
But I need to focus.
I need to focus. I have where I'm going.
Yes,
you know?
can imagine.
Yeah.
So and all throughout school, what do you remember in particular? Because by now all the kids, because you're the OG of the OGs, you've been there, you've been there. Same school. So what was it like? And what do you remember in particular? Something that maybe you look back and laugh and say, did I really do this? Were you at some point a stubborn one, or you did things that surprised people?
Not really. Okay, what I remember is, my school, like I told you, had sponsors and everything. So we used to have those sessions of Abazungu Baze, those things. Yeah, to me, those were like those things I would look back and I'm like, oh, what are you talking? The moment they will come to class and they're like, classes are cancelled today, sponsors have come. You all like get excited. You're going to get sweets. You're going to get like your gifts and all that. I was lucky. I had these sponsors that would give me things. Yeah. They would send me like stickers and I'm going to be rich.
Oh yes.
Yeah, like that's like my big time memory like, growing up, because like as a Ugandan, like we don't really cherish that Easter gifts, Christmas gifts, which
yes,
we used to get them from school. So you're going to get your Christmas gifts, like your Easter gifts, like your sweets and all that. As a kid, that was it for me. So
did you have love for pageantry in school?
Not really, actually.
You never even participated?
No, not at all. This was my first pageant.
Okay.
Yes, like the first time, because everyone was like, why don't you begin like from a lower pageant and then you go for Miss Uganda, like to prepare yourself and all that.
You're like, no?
I'm the type who wants to go for the big thing. Like,
you're like, all the small things, it's okay.
Side at you get.
All right, so Jovia, we often ask, but I know you did mention the Miss Beach Beauty has always existed. It has always been there. It has happened. And I must say, for me, it's also a learning experience because you can imagine.
I know.
In the media, we only hear about the winner. Second runner-up and first runner-up,
exactly.
And that is it. But I love that we've had the opportunity. People are going to be like, oh wait, there's that too. So and you do know at this point, because you'd never had any history in pageantry or anything. Wasn't it scary for you? What was it?
Very much,
Yeah.
because like I told you, I'm the reserved kind of, like I'm not so out there, like I'm so used to standing up and talking, like those
And yet you
things.
seem like you're very good with speech and things like that.
Yeah, but then like I like protecting myself. Like I hate failure, I hate
I get what you're
criticism
saying. I
and
get what
all
you're
that.
saying. I get
Yeah,
what
so
you're
I
saying.
usually like put my guard up and I'm like, let me just live in my own
Safe space.
Yes, I'm okay.
I get you.
Yeah, so it was really challenging, if you know Jovia, to really contest.